OSPF stub areas. In this video, I'm going to talk about the NSSA Totally Stub, which does not allow Type 3 or Summary LSA, Type 4 or ASBR, or Type 5 External LSAs, except the default routes, the default summary route. Type 7 LSAs but does allow Type 7 LSAs that convert to Type 5 at the NSSA ABR. Yeah, so let me show you the topology that we are going to use. This is what I've been using for all these stubs, by the way, stub areas. So currently, area 1 is a not-so-stubby area. And it says here that it does not allow type 5, only type 7, aside from type 4. Yeah, type 4, 3, 2, 1. And we can verify that by looking at uh, router 3. We see that this is type 1 or router LSA, net LSA or network LSA, and this is summary LSA, and this is type 7. So we don't see type 5 here. So it says here that NSSA Totally Stub will get rid of summary or type 3 in this case. I don't see a ASBR LSA here, but yeah, that's not allowed as well. So to configure that, to turn this area, and specifically area 1 to a NSSA Totally Stub, we just have to add no summary. And we're going to do it on the NSSA ABR, in this case R2. Let me show you the configuration on R2. OS section, OSPF. And by the way, this area does not inject a default route automatically, so that's why you have to remember to add this keyword here, default information originate, or else you're not gonna receive a default route from your ABR. But currently, that's the configuration, so we do receive a default route. So this is R2. Okay, so going back, we're going to get rid of this route here, basically, this one. This is a summary LSA. I always confuse LSA with SLA. So once we make this area 1, totally NSSA Totally Stub, we will get rid of the summary LSA. Yeah. And I'm going to actually rename this Totally Stub. That's what we are trying to do here in this video. So yeah, it's just one keyword actually, this one. So I'm going to R2 and OSPF 1. Then let's try this. It works. Let me see if it actually override it. OSPF. Oh, it does not override it. I will remove this because didn't know that's an option. Yeah, so we see that We don't see the summary LSA or this route, but I'm actually going to just remove this because with this area, as far as I know, with this area, NSSA Totally Stub area, you just have to configure this, and you will automatically inject a default route as well. Let me verify that on R3. Okay, R2, there. And I'm actually going to clear the process just to make sure that that command will work as expected. OSPF process. OSPF. Yes. So we got rid of this keyword here, and OSPF should be established. Yes, it is established with R3. This is the neighbor ID or router ID of R3 now. Okay, so can check that also on R3, of course. I'm going to do that command again. Yeah. So same, we see the default route in the routing table via NSSA ABR or R2. So you don't have to actually add that this keyword here. This command is fine. So what else should we? Yeah, we can verify the database, OSPF database. So now we see a summary LSA, but it's actually this. Yeah, it's actually this. So this is so when they say, because I got this from Cisco, of course, when they say no type 3 or summary LSA, they're not talking about the database actually, because if they're talking about it, then it's still here. So they are talking about the routing table here, because here we don't see a summary LSA or the this prefix. Before we saw it right here, or intra OSPF route. Not intra, inter area OSPF, because this is from area 0. So we still see in the database, OSPF database, we still see the summary LSA. And yeah, we don't see types 5. It's only type 7 here. But I would actually verify, because this is just, I would actually verify in the routing table itself, which is what we saw here earlier. Here. So this is inter area. This is coming from inter area. This is coming from R2 or our NSSA ABR. So yeah, that's how you can configure NSSA Totally Stub, and that's how you can verify it. So again, this here is actually talking about the as based on what we saw, talking about the routing table, not the database. Because if they're talking about the routing table, then this here should not be here as well, right? Yeah, so maybe they're talking about the summary LSA that are not default routes, because this one is default route. This is the default route coming from R2. Anyway, it's better to verify it in the routing table itself. So yeah, that's all in this video. Thanks for watching.